Good evening, everybody, and welcome in to our second of 3 games here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth. If you came here from the last game, you saw Fairland. It was 56-37, the final of that game over top of Cincinnati Country Day. We've now moved to our second game on the slate between the Wheelersburg Pirates and the Warriors of Goshen. John, a good first game. Hopefully this game is able to continue on that path as well. For Wheelersburg, 14-2, 10-2 out of the Southern Valley Conference, the Southern Ohio Conference, the number 2 division there for that one, led by Dusty Spradlin. A 55-46 loss at Portsmouth West. John, we were there on Thursday for that one. Portsmouth West represents the only 2 losses for Wheelersburg so far this season. For Goshen, 13-5, 6-1 out of the Southern Buckeye Academic and Athletic Conference, one of the longer conference names I believe I've seen. We'll just call it the S-back for short. Another short led by Coach Mark Short. Good lead in there coming out of the American Division. 65-51 win for the Warriors in their last one. That was against Western Brown. That was on January 17th. Which was Tuesday. Should be a fun game here, John. 2 teams that have had a lot of success here in the regular season, and I know it's tough to compare teams' resume when they're, playing completely different schedules, but, it should be a pretty competitive game. At least that's the way it looks on paper.
Yeah, the Warriors are led by Peyton Schaefer. She averages 19.3 points a game and 4.5 steals a game. She's 36% from three-point range. So the big thing for Wheelersburg is to slow her down. Maya Redmond, literally a hair under 10 points a game at 9.9. And, also 9.4 rebounds, 1.6 blocks a game. And Aubrey Huxell, 9.5 points a game, about 6 rebounds, 2 steals a game. Also a good three-point shooter for the Warriors. Those are 3 players to watch out for. Schaefer, number 2, Redmond, number 35, and Huxell, number 25. Those are all 3 players that will be coming back next year for the Warriors. As you mentioned, 13-5, off to a really good start to their season. The Wheelersburg Pirates, 14-2, obviously a good start, having an excellent year as they typically do. Look for them, Madison Whitaker, McKenna Walker, Lexi Ruckle do a lot of the damage for them on the offensive end. They get some really good defensive play from Mia Vastine and Annie Curiel off the bench. Kiera Kennard starts, gives them really good minutes, and Macy Eaton, another one that'll play some big minutes for the Pirates. They're coming off a disappointing loss on Thursday at West, but it's a very good team having a very good season, and I'm sure they'll be up to the task today. It's a different atmosphere playing in these. Wheelersburg has brought a nice crowd. Goshen a little bit smaller, although it appears to our left that there's some Goshen fans, so maybe they have a little bit more than what I expected. So, this is I believe you said earlier, this is the 3rd annual Winter Hoops Classic here at Eastern Brown. It's a very well-organized and ran classic. For us, we need some help setting things up. Superintendent Jordan Michael helped us. The organizers have done a really good job of setting things up here, getting us everything we need to bring these games to you. Yeah. But also, they've done a good job with the matchups. The last one, Fairland was able to pull away a little bit, but that's 2 teams that are, Country Day has a good chance to
went to the Final Four last year.
Has a good chance to return to the Final Four. And Fairland, who's, I believe, ranked
now
3rd.
17-0.
Yeah, 17-0. I believe ranked 3rd in Division II. They showed why they have that high ranking. And it's, this has been a really good classic. They started, Eastern Brown started the day at 9 a.m. with their own first game. A win over a very good Chillicothe team. And, 8 games started at 9 a.m.
8 games in about 12 hours,
Yeah.
maybe a little bit over.
Yeah, and they're all starting on time.
Yeah, they've
I
done
mean,
a
it's
great
just-
job.
yeah.
Driving down here, we were saying, man, they're going to be almost an hour behind. But I tell you what, John, this game's scheduled to start at, I think, 5:40, and it's only 5:11, so they're
Yeah.
about 30 minutes, 29 minutes ahead of schedule. So it looks like Wheelersburg going to start out the same way they did on Thursday with number 5, Madison Whitaker, number 12, Kiera Kennard, number 25, McKenna Walker, 31, Lexi Rucker, and number 32, Macy Eaton. For the Warriors, number 2, Peyton Schaefer, first team all-conference last season for the Warriors. Number 14, Haley Mulvihill. Number 25, Aubrey Huxell. Number 32, Brooke Nolan. And at number 35, Maya Redmond, who was second team all-conference last year as a freshman. So Goshen comes away with the tip. They'll have the first offensive possession for us here tonight. Huxell down low off the bottom of the backboard. Shot no good. Rucker the rebound. Pushed ahead to Eaton, guarded by 2 players, kicks it out to Whitaker, a 3 ball off the mark. And I believe that'll be out of bounds on Rutger and go in possession of the Warriors.
Tell you what, that's about as good of a start, besides, obviously not making the shot for the Pirates, as they get one of their better shooters a good look in the corner. Now they're going to force a turnover after a quick shot on the other end already.
Travel on Haley Mulvihill, one of the, I believe, 4 seniors on this roster. Walker gets it to Whitaker, brings it to the top of the key, now over to Kennard.
You can see a little difference in the defense that they're facing tonight than they faced the other day.
Huxell now on the other end, off the glass and in, 2-0 lead for the Warriors.
I say that as it's a little more relaxed defense, but the Warriors get a steal and get out and get a layup.
Baseline drive from Rucker, up with the right hand and foul. That'll send her to the line, shooting 2.
It took us about 25, 26 minutes of game time to see a free throw in the last game, and we're going to see one within the first minute.
But it also didn't take us too long to see some jump balls, so maybe that's what will
That'll be the trade-off.
Be lacking here this game. First free throw for Rucker is good. Lead cut in half, 2-1 now for the Warriors.
Yeah, Rucker had a rough night the other night at West, but then came up with 6 big fourth quarter points to give the Pirates a little momentum. She gets it.
Whitaker the offensive rebound, but snag blocked from Mulvihill on the putback. Give her the rebound as well.
Yeah, good defense after not boxing out on the free throw.
Huxell looking down low for Redmond. It's intercepted by Eaton, who's having some trouble with it, but eventually gets it across the timeline to Kennard, now to Whitaker. Walker, a deep right wing 3, front iron won't fall. Kennard the rebound.
Smallest player on the court getting the offensive rebound.
Back to Walker. On the right side, off the side of the backboard, another offensive rebound. Kennard again. Baseline drive. Rucker comes out from underneath the basket and lays it off the backboard for 2.
Yeah, Rucker with 3 already for the Pirates, and they need her to get going early for them to have the type of game that they're hoping to this afternoon.
Good ball movement here from the Warriors. Offensive rebound for Mulvihill, and the putback is good.
Yeah, good effort by Mulvihill, just staying with the play, scoring on the putback.
This one tipped away by Schaefer, but she will not be able to catch up to the ball to go out of bounds, and Wheelersburg will try to bring it across half court once again.
That reminded me either of a soccer goalie or a volleyball player with the way that ball was tipped away. Really good hustle by Schaefer.
Walker contested 3, not able to knock it down. Rebound goes to Maya Redmond. Across the timeline, Schaefer passed to Huxell, right wing 3, off the mark. Offensive rebound for Schaefer.
Yeah, Schaefer, like we were saying in the pregame, does a little bit of everything.
Nolan, the low arcing 3 ball is off the front of the iron and no good. Madison Whitaker, the defensive rebound. She hands it off to Kennard. And we're going to have a foul on the floor on Maya Redmond. It's like Tristan Smiley and Allie Ashcraft looking to check in for the Warriors. They'll come in for Mulvihill and Brooke Noland.
Early 4-3 lead here for the Warriors.
Kennard passes it to Whitaker. Takes it back to the right side, and I'm assuming that's going to be an illegal screen on Eaton.
Yeah, it looked like she may have leaned forward into it, getting the offensive foul. That's the second turnover for the Pirates.
So that'll turn things over to Goshen, currently leading 4-3. Down low to Smiley, looking for her first 2 points of the ball game, and she has them.
Nice look inside by Peyton Schaefer, being unselfish.
Into the corner, Rucker, a 3-ball, knocks it down.
Rucker with all 6 points so far for the Pirates. Nice pass by McKenna Walker. Big shot there by the senior.
Warriors able to break the press now in the half court. Cross court pass to Schaefer, a 3-ball. Is no good and off the top of the backboard.
Yeah, Schaefer, normally a 36% three-point shooter, and just a little flat.
Annie Coriel comes into the game for Kiera Kennard, as does Brooke Noland for Aubrey Huxell.
Coriel gave really good minutes for the Pirates the other night. Gave them a nice spark, especially in that fourth quarter, where she scored 5.
Another 3 from Rucker, knocks it down. All 9 of the Pirates' 9 points here tonight. Good start for Rucker.
Yeah, Rucker has not missed a shot. She's got all 9 for the Pirates.
Schaefer on the left side, drives inside. Tough shot with the left hand. Eaton, the defensive rebound, pushed ahead to Whitaker. Now to Rucker, looking for 2 more, but not able to put it down, although Eaton fighting for the offensive rebound. But it'll be out of bounds on Macy Eaton. That'll turn things over to Goshen.
Yeah, great hustle by Macy Eaton. She's going to get a break here as Josh Santilli comes in and Mia Vastine coming in for Madison Whitaker.
Ashcraft, the pass to Schaefer across the timeline, drives inside, up with the right hand, blocked away by Rucker. Rebound to Tilly, pushed ahead to Coriel. Mid-range jumper is on the way and off the mark, no good. Ashcraft, the rebound for the Warriors. Pass to Schaefer, looking back door, down low, wide open underneath is Tristan Smiley, and she finishes off the backboard.
That's 2 assists for Aubrey Schaefer, both to Smiley.
9-8 lead here for the Pirates. Rucker looking for another 3, but this time blocked by Nolan. Rebound for Schaefer. But it's quickly turned back over to the Pirates as the pass intended for Maya Redmond was well over her head and out of bounds.
It's 3 turnovers for the Warriors. They just try to get going a little too fast there.
Haley Mulvihill comes back into the game for the Warriors. Came into the game for Maya Redmond. Coriel brings it across half court for the Pirates. Vastine driving inside. Runner is on the way, in and out. Not able to put it through, but Ashcraft not able to handle the rebound. That'll turn things back over to the Pirates on the baseline.
Pirates getting, I'm guessing, their starting 5 back in. Yeah, starting 5 back in for the Pirates. Up by a point here with 2:55 left in the first.
Kennard looking to inbound, gets it in to Rucker around the top of the key.
Travel.
And has some trouble with it and called for a travel.
Yeah, it just looked like she just bobbled it. Coming through, may have gotten tipped, but definitely drugged the foot after she bobbled.
Schaefer inside, kicks it out. Brooke Nolan now to Tristan Smiley.
Eaton got lucky, could have been her second right there.
Schaefer off the dribble, up with the right hand and in for 2. Got Goshen now ahead 10-9. Rucker on the other end, blocked away by Brooke Noland. Although Eaton able to come up with the offensive rebound. Looking to the other side of the court. Walker up and no good. Offensive rebound goes to Walker, and she's fouled on the putback. That'll send her to the line with 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, Walker has not gotten anything going from the field so far. Have a chance to, get herself back in rhythm with a couple of free throws here.
First one for Whitaker is no good. I believe I said Whitaker, I meant Walker on the free throws. Her second one is good, so 1 for 2 on that trip as Vastine comes in for Walker with 2:13 to go in the first quarter, knotted up at 10.
Yeah, and you'll see Coach Spradlin do this a lot after free throws to get a sub in to help set up the defense.
Down low to Mulvihill. Cross-court pass is good, but the shot is not for Brooke Nolan. Give the rebound to Macy Eaton. Pushed ahead to Kennard.
4th rebound already for Eaton.
Vastine backs it out, hands it off to Whitaker. Into the corner, Whitaker, right corner 3, knocks it down.
With the assist to Vastine, Whitaker gets her feet set and buries the 3.
Now Goshen will look to answer back, just trying to break this press, with which they've been able to do so for the most part tonight, but the pass to Redmond is right through her hands and out of bounds.
A little too much heat on that one. Probably could have lobbed it in, but it was just a fire on that.
Well, listed at 6'2", a lot taller than most of the girls that are going to be guarding her, so sometimes you just got to lob it up in the air and let her go get it.
But she's also tasked with guarding Kara Kennard, so if Kennard wants to just hang out, she's going to be able to, because if Redmond comes out and guards her, Kennard's quick enough to where she'll be able to go around her.
Not a whole lot of urgency here. Looking, if you're not going to put pressure on us, we'll just dribble the clock out.
Yeah, it gives a couple of the kids that have played a lot a chance to catch their breath. Where Macy Eaton's all over the court with 4 rebounds and a steal, now she's getting the chance to catch her breath, and maybe she can play a little bit longer later in the game.
So now Wheelersburg looks to attack, pass to Whitaker around the free throw line. Thought about the jumper and takes one too many steps. That'll be a turnover as McKenna Walker comes back into the game, this time for Whitaker, as does Jocelyn Tilley for Macy Eaton.
Well, that's kind of what you don't want to have happen in that situation, where you dribble off a minute and you don't even get a shot off.
So 19.4 to play here in the opening quarter of this matchup, and I believe that'll be out of bounds on the Pirates, which it will be.
Yeah, good call.
So now Mulvihill will inbound in front of her own bench here on the near sideline, gets it into Schaefer.
Good hands.
Huxell loses the handle. Walker comes up with the steal. Schaefer almost picks it off. Prather pass over to Vastine, up and fouled with 2.4 to play here in the first quarter. Vastine headed to the line with 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, kind of looked like Walker just kind of threw it right back to Goshen, but good job by Jalen Prather to keep that ball alive and make a nice pass to Vastine. Vastine's got a chance to widen this lead.
First shot for Vastine is no good. Allie Ashcraft coming back into the game here in the final seconds of the first for Brooke Noland. And the second one is off the mark as well, so not a lot of time here, and they will just let the clock run here. That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Wheelersburg out in front, 13-10. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School girls basketball right here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Here at Glockner's, we know how valuable your time is, and that's why our priority is to provide you a quick and easy service. We will get you in and out and on your way immediately. So schedule your next service appointment at Glockner.com.
13-10 is your score after one, John. Not a whole lot of scoring, but Wheelersburg able to come out and have a 13-10 lead after one. That's something they'll look to keep intact as we enter the second quarter.
Yeah, it was kind of an opposite of the last game where Fairland did not shoot it well from three, but was on fire from two. In the first quarter, Wheelersburg 3 for 6 from three, 1 for 9 from two, which ironically was their first attempt from two in the half. So 13-10 lead here for the Pirates.
So Wheelersburg will start off the second quarter with possession of the ball. Walker, a left wing three, front iron, not able to connect. Rebound goes to Peyton Schaefer, but it's quickly taken away on the other end by Walker.
Already the 7th turnover.
Walker, another three ball. This one
Nice play.
just doesn't get there. Vastine comes up with the loose ball. Eventually it's Redmond who comes up with the loose ball. I'm assuming the foul will be on Jocelyn Tilley as Annie Coriel comes in for Vastine. Coming out of the break, we have a timeout here for Coach Short. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, for the Warriors, they have to rebound better. Jocelyn Tilley with a nice hustle play there to keep that play alive. Vastine just unable to get it to fall. But, that's multiple offensive rebounds that's 5 offensive rebounds already for Wheelersburg. So they're missing shots, but they're getting offensive rebounds, keeping possessions alive, and that's what is getting them good looks from the field. 7:28 left here in the first half. 7 turnovers already for the Warriors, 4 for the Pirates. I mentioned the Birds of Prey mascot in the last one. This is, Pirates against Warriors. That's a pretty good matchup as well. If you're just looking at a mascot fight.
That's always a good way to look at it. John, coming up next, we have the Broncos taking on the Ironmen. So,
yeah,
see how a horse does against a human being in a fight. That'll be a lot of fun. Inside, Schaefer up and no good.
Good board there by Lexi Rucker.
Now Wheelersburg on the other end.
Emma Smith into the game for the first time.
Don't believe we saw her a whole lot the other night, John. Mid-range jumper from Rucker is off the mark. Schaefer the rebound.
Rucker got off to the red hot start with 9 points.
Inside, tough shot from Schaefer. On the move and up with the left hand off the glass and in. Now Wheelersburg lead has been cut to 1.
Yeah, Schaefer goes coast to coast. I believe she is second in the SBAAC in scoring at nearly 17 a game. Or 19 a game. I was way off.
Walker looking for the step back three. Instead, it ends up in the hands of Coriel on the left side, who knocks down the corner three.
Yeah, same spot she knocked down a big three the other night against West. Coriel giving good minutes off the bench once again.
Now the Warriors looking to answer back, looking for Redmond down low, but John, they just haven't been able to feed her and get her good passes. That's another turnover for Goshen as Whitaker and Eaton check back into the game for Jocelyn Tilley and Emma Smith.
Yeah, they just haven't got her in a positive position, really. Once again, scoreboard's wrong. The Pirates are winning, I believe 15-13.
Yeah, they're getting it flipped around now.
Yeah. Or 16-12, wow. They were way off. So once again, like we said in the first game, Our scoreboard is aligned with the scoreboard here in the arena. So any mistakes hopefully will be corrected quickly.
Into the corner, Coriel, pump fake inside, up with the right hand off the glass, no good. Mulvihill, the rebound for the Warriors, pushed ahead by Allie Ashcraft. And she'll back it out to Aubrey Huxell. Good defense here from the Pirates. Huxell
Got away with one there.
off the glass for 2, and now the Wheelersburg lead has been cut to a single possession at 2 points.
Yeah, didn't extend the arm, but it got a nice little forearm shiver push off there to get open.
Whitaker, another corner 3, this time not able to connect. Walker the rebound, this one blocked away by Maya Redman, averages 1.6 blocks a game inside. This one blocked away by the Pirates. That was Eaton with the block on Aubrey Huxell, as Tristan Smiley looks to check back into the game for Haley Mulvihill.
Yeah, Smiley, who only averages 2.6 points a game, had 4 in that first quarter on 2 really good passes from Peyton Schaefer. It was a big screen.
Ashcraft off the screen to the left side, nowhere to go, backs it out now to Smiley at the top of the key, over to Schaefer on the right wing. Whitaker not making it easy, cross-court pass to Huxell, a 3-ball off the front of the rim and out. Give the rebound to Coriel, but Whitaker just comes over and bumps into Coriel, and it goes out of bounds.
Just some miscommunication there leads to the ball going out of bounds and losing possession. Only their 5th turnover so far through the first 12-ish minutes.
Inbound from Smiley goes to Schaefer, guarded by Whitaker, now pass to Ashcraft. Huxell, another 3, yes!
Yeah, Huxell shooting 33% from 3 coming into the game. Buries that one from deep.
Lead now in favor of the Warriors, down low Eaton. Around the shackle
Nice
go,
pass.
backdoor find and finish by McKenna Walker. Lead now back in favor of the Pirates.
Yeah, Walker's first points of the game. Great pass from Macy Eaton.
Cross-court pass to Schaefer, tough finish. Nice find from Allie Ashcraft.
Speaking of great passes, that was dynamite, only where Schaefer can catch it. Nice pass.
Another nice find, this time from Walker to Eaton, who can't finish at the rim, but gets the offensive rebound. Put back is no good, and Huxell eventually comes down with the defensive rebound for Goshen.
Yeah, Goshen they've had the lead a couple times, a very short time, so they're looking to extend it now.
Smiley down low to Redmond. This pass is tipped away, saved by Ashcraft, who drives inside. Scoop layup with the right hand is off the mark. Rucker the rebound for Wheelersburg, pushed ahead. Inside out to Walker. Left side 3-ball is in and out. Rucker, the offensive rebound. Putback is good off the glass.
Just really good all-around play there by Rucker, especially to stick with it after making a really good pass out to Walker.
2:45 to play, inside and in by Aubrey Huxell.
Huxell, a freshman, 9 points already, averages 9 a game. That's good. I don't know what the...
Have a tie-up here in front of the Goshen bench. John, a lot of lead changes here in the first half. Been back and forth for the most part here in the second quarter, as Kennard and Mia Vastine check in for Whitaker and Coriel. I believe Brooke Nolan came into the game as well, and now Tilly will come in for Macy Eaton.
The scoreboard has that foul on Tristan Smiley, but it was definitely on Aubrey Huxell. So they each only have 1.
Wheelersburg will look to retake a lead that they've held multiple times here. Rucker, a baseline drive up with the right hand and foul. That'll be on Brooke Noland. And chance for Wheelersburg to retake the lead with 2:26 to play here in the first half.
Rucker was 1 for 2 in the first quarter at the line. She has 11 points. Are we in the early evening now? Yeah, we'll say we're early evening.
I would say, especially as Rucker knocks down the first, once you get into the winter season, I would say 5 o'clock and later could be considered evening.
Yeah, I would agree.
It can change. Once the sun starts to set, that's more or less evening time in my book, as Rucker is 2 for 2 on the trip, lead now 22-21 for the Pirates. This one intercepted by Rucker. 2-on-1 fast break pass over to Vastine. Back to Rucker. Her shot attempt is off the mark. Smiley the rebound, pushed ahead to Schaefer.
Good move there by Schaefer.
Another steal, this time by Rucker. She'll push it ahead to Walker in transition. Euro step with the right hand, not able to finish at the rim. Give Ashcraft the rebound, but it's once again swatted out of bounds by Lexi Rucker.
If Wheelersburg could make some easy shots here, that Euro by McKenna Walker was gorgeous. Just unable to get it to fall. Missing a lot of close range shots for the Pirates. But fortunately for them, they're still up by a point here.
Into the corner, Ashcraft a 3. Not able to connect. Vastine the rebound for Wheelersburg. Into the corner, Prather. Mid-range jumper on the way in and out. Brooke Nolan the rebound. She passes it to Ashcraft, who's trying to get it across half court. She'll pass it back to Nolan, who takes it all the way with the left hand and draws a foul on her way up. 2 more free throws for Goshen.
I could hear the slap through our noise-proof.
Noise canceling
Yeah,
headsets.
noise canceling. I'm not a big fan of cancel culture, so that's why I was ignoring the word there.
So I believe the first trip to the line here for Nolan knocks down the first of 2 here. Mulvihill comes into the game, and you can tell, I believe that is Huxell looking to check in. So if this shot is made by Nolan, she'll come out of the game, which she does. So
knocks down both. Nolan, a senior, gives them really good length. Had a nice drive to the basket there to draw the foul as well.
So another lead change here in this contest. Goshen now out in front, 23-22 after the free throws. Looking back door for Walker. Prather's pass is intercepted by Peyton Schaefer going the other way.
Nice
Across
pass.
the paint, fine to number 14, Haley Mulvihill, and the lead has been extended to 14 for the Warriors. Now Vastine on the other end. Floater is no good.
Good hustle, but
And looking to get the rebound, not able to do so to be out of bounds on the Pirates. .44 seconds to play here in the first half of this non-conference matchup. Prather to the left side, looking to get it off the glass, not able to do so. Rebound goes to Huxell, and after all of that, it'll be out of bounds on Wheelersburg and stay here with Goshen as Macy Eaton comes into the game for Wheelersburg.
a lot of contact all around there.
I was waiting for a whistle, John, but there just never was one. Eventually, the ball went out of bounds. Lexi Rucker comes into the game, and Allie Ashcraft is set to inbound on the baseline. Gets it into Redmond, still looking for her first points. It's taken away by Eaton,
Who had no clue how much time was left.
I believe thought there was around 1 or 2 seconds on the clock. Still 23, so that shot is off the mark. Give the rebound to the Warriors. Had me second guessing myself, John, on how much time was left. I had to look at the clock there.
Same.
7 to shoot here for Goshen. Prather around the elbow, kicks it out, back to Prather, only 2 to shoot, up at the buzzer and fouled with 4/10 of a second remaining. So a chance to extend that lead to 4 or 5 here for the Warriors.
Schaefer, a 71% free throw shooter on the season, has 6 points so far, well below her season average of 19.3.
First one is off the front of the rim and good. Man, John, I'll tell you what, if Eaton would have made that, that would have been pretty wild.
Yeah. It was online. It was just a little short.
Low arcing, but nonetheless knocks it down. 2 for 2 on the trip. That one was not off in time and almost caught a piece of Maya Redmond down on the other end. But nonetheless, that'll send us to the break. 27-22. Goshen out in front. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have all the stats from the first half and much, much more. 27-22, Goshen leading. We'll be back in a moment.
Store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Parmar Stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Parmar has it. Download the Parmar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Parmar Rewards Card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
we'll get there.
27-22 is your score. We're about 2:45 away from the start of the third quarter. Back and forth all game. Goshen started to pull away a little bit and garner a 5-point lead to end the half. John, statistically speaking, how are we looking after one?
For Goshen, they came out kind of fast and then had a little lull near the end of the first quarter, but exploded for 17 points in the second quarter to take a 27-22 lead over the Wheelersburg Pirates. Goshen was led by freshman Aubrey Huxell with 9 points. Next was Peyton Schaefer with 8 points and 3 assists, followed by 4 from Haley Mulvihill and Tristan Smiley, a pair of seniors, and another senior, Brooke Nolan, rounded out the scoring with 2. For Wheelersburg, they shot not well from the field. 7 of 33 from the field in the first half. That's an amazing amount of shots for a half of basketball to only score the 22 points. But they're getting good looks. They're just missing a lot of shots inside. I think the Warriors' length is giving them a lot of issues, as the Warriors are tall and long as well. The Pirates are led by Lexi Rucker with 13. The senior, only had 6 the other night against West. She has 13 tonight.
They've had all 9 of their first 9, or maybe all 8 of their first 8. Some that had a lot of their points early on.
Yeah, she got going early. Then next, Madison Whitaker and Annie Coriel with 3 each. And then to round out the scoring is McKenna Walker with 2.
Her and Rucker have kind of switched roles from the other night. It was Walker. I know you said after the game had, I think, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc and then never attempted another 3 the rest of the game. So maybe that's something she'll look to get back in the habit of doing, as she's, for the most part, maybe not so through the first half of this game, but for the whole course of the season, had a pretty good had good success from beyond the arc.
Yeah, she's a very good shooter, and the Senators did a really good job of just not letting her get the ball in that second half against West, but she's gotten some shots and just hasn't got really anything able to fall. She got 1 layup, but other than that has struggled shooting the ball, and I would think that she's too good of a shooter to continue struggling throughout the rest of this night.
So Goshen will start off the second half in possession of the basketball, inbound to Schaefer, and we are underway here in the third quarter. Looking back door, but Nolan falls down, not able to hook up there, but open in the corner. Looks like we're having problems with Walker and maybe a knee problem, as Mulvihill lays it up and in off the glass.
Yeah, I think when Nolan went to cut back door, because Nolan's
may have
hobbling
bumped
around
knees
as well, Walker obviously shaken up here on the play. And she's gonna have to leave. Hopefully it's just for a couple of possessions, and it's just kind of more of a quick pain than anything. Because I know at the end of volleyball she had some knee issues as well, so hopefully it's nothing doing with that, and it's just, like you said, hopefully just bump knees. Obviously we won't speculate on anything here, but the Warriors out to a 7-point lead now, and Coriel checks back in for the Pirates as they are down 7 with 7:42 left here in the third.
Like you said, John, Coriel comes into the game for Walker. Now Kennard beyond the arc, gets it over to Whitaker. Back to the top of the key, now to Coriel in the corner.
Good ball fake, nothing there. But
Rucker off the screen. Good defense for Goshen so far. Whitaker inside, up with the right hand and in for 2.
Good job by Whitaker. She got a little help by Lexi Rucker with a rub screen as she went by. Got her defender behind her and just finishes in traffic.
Lead now cut to 5 for the Warriors, now under 7 minutes to go in the third. I was getting ready to say, it looks like Rucker with a bit of a kickball there. Is more of kind of looked just like instincts there to try to kick the ball up. Does Rucker play soccer, John? I don't
she was
even know.
volleyball.
Well, I don't have an answer for you there.
Yeah. Hey, apparently now you can kick the ball in volleyball, so.
Really?
Yeah. You can do pretty much anything as long as you don't lift.
Off the glass, 4-2 for Brooke Nolan. Lead back up to 7.
Nolan with 4. Good job by the Pirates. Getting it down court. Nothing there, so they're going to get set up in their offense.
Kennard into the corner to Coriel. Walker back to the scores table looking to check back in, so she appears
to be okay.
Into the corner, Coriel, a 3-ball on the way, a bit too strong. Offensive rebound for Macy Eaton, and she's fouled on the putback. That'll send her to the line with 2 shots coming up.
Macy Eaton just using her strength to displace her person boxing her out, pull down the rebound, and draw the foul. It's her first point of the night.
So Walker will come into the game for Kennard. The second one is good as well, so 2 for 2 on that trip for Macy Eaton, and the lead is back to 5 for Goshen. Looking down low for Redmond, it's poked out of bounds. John, I don't believe Maya Redmond with any points tonight.
No.
More or less been held in check, although she's had some open looks and been open a few times, but either she's not able to finish or the pass just is not exactly on target to her.
I will tell you what, she is setting some very hard screens, though.
3-ball on the way from Brooke Noland is off the mark. However, Goshen able to come down with the offensive rebound. Mid-range jumper from Huxell is no good. She gets her own rebound. Her putback is no good. Another offensive rebound. Mulvihill's shot is no good. Another offensive rebound by Huxell, and eventually out of bounds on the Warriors. A lot of offensive rebounds there for Goshen, John, but not able to convert at the basket.
I was going to pretty much guarantee that a timeout was coming from Dusty Spratland after those 4 offensive rebounds in a row. Definitely not going to be happy with that. But staying within 5. No.
It was a full timeout, but I reckon John will just keep it here this time.
Yeah, we're early in the quarter. But yeah, it's going to be a physical game. We have a crew that's going to let you play as long as you're doing it within the game. So they have to remember that when when shots go up, you got to get a body on somebody, and on that, a couple of those shots, I think Wheelersburg assumed they were going to go in and just didn't box out.
I believe there was at least 4 offensive rebounds there for
5 shots.
Goshen, just not able to convert at the basket.
Yeah, and a lot of them were contested, but really until McKenna Walker blocked that last shot, that was the only one where it was Wheelersburg completely altered the shot.
So Walker back into the game now will inbound to Coriel. Lead still at 5 for the Goshen Warriors with 5:38 to go in the quarter.
Good play there.
That's a long 2 from Eaton, not able to connect. Defensive rebound for Huxell. Now Huxell on the other end. A 3-ball is on the way, and it bounces off the rim and up over the top of the backboard. So that'll turn things over to Wheelersburg.
Yeah, Berg has a good chance to chip away at this lead. It was up to as much as 7, down to 5 now. They got to look to get a good possession here.
Off the screen, Coriel looking to pass it out, gets it to Walker, who takes it around the free throw line. Now back to Coriel. Eaton picks up her dribble, poked away by Redmond. Now down low to Walker, who's fouled on the way up. 2 shots coming up for McKenna Walker.
Walker with 3 points so far tonight, 1 for 2 at the line in her previous trip there.
You know, John, I'll try not to jinx us here, but I believe the first quarter assumption we made of the lack of free throws being traded out for the lack of jump balls is kind of held true, John. I don't know if we've had a single jump ball yet this game. I don't remember one off the top of my head anyway.
Well, and there's no wood for you to knock on, so we'll see if you're a jinx or not.
1 of 2 on that trip for Walker. Lead is now down to 4 for Goshen. Schaefer in transition finishes off the backboard for 2. Lead back up to 6 for the Warriors.
That's where Schaefer's been doing the most of her damage, just in transition, not stopping the ball for the Pirates.
Rucker, contested 3 is off the mark. Give the rebound to Brooke Nolan. She'll hand it off to Peyton Schaefer, who brings it across the timeline for the Warriors.
The Warriors looking to get their biggest lead of the game. Finally get it in.
Able to get it down to Redmond, who's not able to finish. And it'll be out of bounds, I believe, on Wheelersburg.
Yeah, they're going to call it off McKenna Walker. She's very expressive with her face. I'm going to say she did not touch that, just based off of that. Good
nice
play.
Inbound play from the Warriors, although Nolan not able to finish the layup. Give Walker the rebound. Into the corner, Whitaker, that's her spot, and she knocks it down.
Really good job there. Whitaker getting to her spot, like you said, and McKenna Walker finding her on the break.
This one batted away by Eaton, although Mulvihill able to grab the loose ball. We'll have a foul on Lexi Rucker. That'll be the team's first of the half. Mia Vastine comes into the game for the first time this quarter for Annie Coriel.
Yeah, that was just a tough luck foul there for Lexi Rucker after Macy Eaton completely blocked that.
Kind of like a volleyball spike.
By the way, she almost hit the third base coach for Fairfield Union last year with a foul ball.
There we go.
And if you know the Union baseball field, that ain't close.
Probably about 300 feet.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Foul on Mulvihill, her first. Third. Whatever. I guess it's the one stat I have not kept up with.
So Wheelersburg looking to cut this lead to 1 or maybe even knot it up here at 33. This would do it, and it's off the mark for Rucker. Give the rebound to Peyton Schaefer, who's looking to score in transition, and she will not at the moment, but sent to the line with 2 chances to do so.
If you watched our last game, you know, you've seen how quickly Tommy Hinkle gets up and down the court. I would like to see Tommy Hinkle versus Peyton Schaefer with the ball in a race because, man, Schaefer can really move once she gets the ball. She got 3 for 3 from the line.
First free throw for Schaefer as good as Jocelyn Tilley comes in for the Pirates, as does Allie Ashcraft for Goshen. And the second one rattles in and out. That'll be out of bounds on Mulvihill. And hand things over to the Pirates.
It's the first missed free throw for the Warriors now, 5 for 6 from the line in the game.
Walker across half court, inside with the left hand, blocked away by Maya Redmond. That's what you get being 6'2", John. I believe her second block of the night.
Yeah, this is going back probably 12 years, but Uniota had a girl named Mackenzie Arledge, about the same size and length. That's unfortunate.
That's tough.
Yeah, and Tilly's face once she caught it. Like, there wasn't really anything to do there.
John, I would say there's a good chance Maya Redmond plays volleyball, and if she doesn't,
Shoot.
That's probably something she should look into doing, is that was vintage volleyball block there from Redmond as the Warriors turn it over, hands it back over to Wheelersburg.
Now, this is and kind of going back to Mackenzie Arledge on that thought, just a very athletic 6'2" also. Because you don't always see it. It's kind of like a boy that's 6'8", 6'9", in high school. Not always the most coordinated and athletic, but Maya Redmond definitely is both of those.
Deep three from Walker is good. That cuts the lead for Goshen down to 1, 34-33.
Walker with 7 now. That's her first 3 of the game.
Cross-court pass to Schaefer. She gets it across half court. Going inside with the left hand. Tough finish. Lead back to 3.
Well, Schaefer dynamic on the dribble.
Another 3 for Walker. She ties it up at 36.
Yeah, sometimes as a shooter, you just got to see it go in once. You see it go in once. She buries the 3, comes down on the dribble, and hits another.
At the moment, I believe the scoreboard is a little
it's
off. Now they
fixed
get it fixed up. Redmond down low looking for her first 2 points. And she will not have them quite yet, but she'll have 2 shots coming up, so we'll see what she can do with those.
Only a 51% free throw shooter. You know, she averages 10 points, 9.5 rebounds, and 1.6.
Actually, John, I don't believe she averages 10 points.
I know.
How many points does she average?
9.9. So she's got to get 11 today to get up to 10.
So the first free throw for Redmond was good. That gets Goshen back out in front as Smiley comes into the game for Mulvihill. And the second one is good as well.
Tell you what, those did not look like the free throws of a 51% free throw shooter. I've been impressed with her. She's barely scored.
Walker, runner on the way, give Redmond the rebound off the miss.
Sorry for if there's anybody in front. Nice job by Jocelyn Tilley to take that charge. She took all of that contact.
So Wheelersburg will look to knot it back up at 38 or maybe even take a 1-point lead here, and that's what Walker's wanting to do, but not able to connect. Just a bit off to the right, but an offensive rebound by Vastine. Rucker with the putback and fouled. Chance here for Wheelersburg to tie it back up.
Hey, I don't mind the heat check there by McKenna Walker. Good job by Vastine to keep that play alive. A nice little pass inside to Rucker, looking to get her first points of the half.
Now, John, after a quick start, took her about 6:13 to get her first points of the second half, but a free throw away from tying it back up.
She's now 5 for 6 from the line. 15 points. We're going to have a timeout, Wheelersburg. It's going to be a 30. Minute 47 left in the third. This lead was up to as big as 7. 29-22, and I believe it was 33-26. I had to do the math real quick. That's bad. Not a mathlete. But slowly but surely, the Pirates have chipped away at the lead. Got a 3 in the corner from Madison Whitaker, which kind of opened up McKenna Walker a little bit. She hit the first 3, and then the second one, she just dribbled into it and was putting it up and buried it. Walker, who had a slow first half, only 3 points. She has 7 here in the second half to get up to 10 and help the Pirates tie this thing up.
So coming out of the timeout, Goshen will look to retake the lead they previously held. Smiley will inbound, get it into Huxell. Ashcraft back to Huxell, but it's poked away, stolen by Rucker into the corner. Whitaker a 3, yes!
Big time play there. Whitaker buries the 3 after Rucker gets the steal.
Wheelersburg now out in front, 41 to 38. We'll have a foul on the floor off the ball on
here,
Kennard.
But I think that may not directly part of the strategy, but she's on Peyton Schaefer, so I would guess she was probably told, don't let her get it on a break.
Looking down low for Smiley. It's picked off by Whitaker. Pass to Rucker in transition, and it results in 2 points.
Great hands there by Rucker to help finish that. And the Berg is out to a 5-point lead before you even know it.
Schaefer in trouble, looking down low for Redmond, but the pass is a bit over the head of Redmond. It's a full timeout for Goshen. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School Girls Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Are you in a bind and need an oil change right now? No problem. Did you forget to make an appointment? No problem. Just stop by any Glockner location and we'll squeeze you in and get you on the road quickly. Really, it's no.
Wheelersburg out in front, 43-38, with 1:03 to play here in the third quarter. Trailed John by, I believe, as much as 6 or 7 now. Out to a 5-point lead here late in the third quarter.
Yeah, big swing here as it was early when McKenna Walker went down, bumping knees, was when they went down 7. And since then, it's been mostly Pirates. I won't say all Pirates, but mostly.
Rucker down the lane with the left hand, can't get it to go. Redmond the rebound, pushed ahead to Schaefer. Reverse layup is no good. Gives Smiley the offensive rebound. Put back is good.
A good hustle for Smiley. She has 6, all layups, pretty much all getting herself in good position hustle-wise.
Walker into Whitaker in the corner. Thought about the 3, but just wasn't able to receive the pass cleanly now. Kennard around the top of the key.
I would say just like, and if you saw Maya Redmond's face there, she did not look happy about Kennard pulling this back out.
15 to shoot here for the Pirates. Looking to run it down here for the last shot. Kennard hands it off to Walker, 8 to shoot. Pass to Whitaker. Top the key, only 4 to shoot. Pirates running out of time. It's turned over. Smiley comes up with it, but there will be not enough time for a shot. That takes us to the end of the third quarter and sends us to the start of the fourth. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School Girls Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Here at Glockner's, we know how valuable your time is, and that's why our priority is to provide you a quick and easy service. We will get you in and out and on your way immediately. So schedule your next service appointment at Glockner.com.
43-40 as we enter the final quarter of play. Goshen getting a 2 towards the end of the quarter. A quick turnover by Wheelersburg, and really not enough time for Goshen to get a shot up at the buzzer. Has the Pirates out in front by 3 with 8 minutes to go in regulation.
Yeah, the Pirates with only 2 turnovers in the quarter. Up to 8, while Goshen has 15 for the game. And that's, to me, one of the big differences right now in that comeback was Goshen starting to turn the ball over. Pirates taking advantage of it.
Wheelersburg going to start off with possession of the basketball here in the fourth quarter, looking to extend their 3-point lead. Kennard now to the right wing around the right elbow.
You don't typically hear when a player is clearly not looking to shoot it, the home team or the home fans yelling to shoot it. But it would definitely open things up a little bit if Kennard could just knock down one jumper. But her job is to get them into their offense. So
Walker deep on the right wing, flips it over to Macy Eaton, now over to Rucker around the volleyball line. Now to Kennard. Long two on the way. Rattles around and out. Huxell the rebound for Goshen. Huxell in transition. Pass is deflected by Macy Eaton and stolen away by the Pirates. She'll look to run down the sideline. It'll be out of bounds on Goshen.
Good job by Macy Eaton. She's made a lot of things happen today without scoring a lot or really having that many rebounds. She's got 5 rebounds. But a couple blocks, 3 steals. Just been very active.
Kennard to look to reset here, bring it around the top of the key. Entry pass to the right side to Rucker. Rucker off the dribble inside into the corner to Whitaker and off of her hands and out of bounds. That'll be a turnover as Mia Vastine looks to check into the game for Wheelersburg. She'll come in for Lexi Rucker.
Yeah, that was one of those unfortunate where you don't realize it gets deflected. So Rucker's pass got deflected. Walker, just your instincts say to go grab the ball.
Warriors able to break the press now. Huxell in the corner, thought about the 3 instead, puts it on the floor, kicks it back out around the volleyball line to Schaefer. Now back to Huxell, now to Brooke Noland at the top of the key, now to Ashcraft. Down low, nice find, nice move to the hoop by Noland. Lead for the Pirates now cut to 1.
Noland with 6, good pass inside, good hands by Noland.
Walker goes opposite of the screen, looking for Whitaker in the corner. It's taken away by Schaefer. Now in transition, Euro step with the left hand, won't get it to go. Noland, the offensive rebound and fouled on the putback. Chance to retake the lead here for Goshen.
Good job in transition for Noland to hustle. 64% free throw shooter. She has made both of her shots on the day. Has a chance to take the lead back. Has a chance to tie the game. Hey, she's 2 for 3, so that's right on the average.
Rucker comes into the game for McKenna Walker. Looking to tie the game, Noland does. Knotted up at 43.
Yeah, a lot of ties, a lot of lead changes today.
Going the other way, looking down low for Eaton. Comes up with the loose ball into the corner. Whitaker a 3, yes! Once again, Madison Whitaker from the corner has the Pirates out in front by 3.
The fortunate bounce there goes to Eaton, and she finds Whitaker, who was 3 for 3 from three-point range in this half. 4 for 6 for the game, so pretty good there.
Noland at the top of the key, trying to set a screen for Schaefer, goes opposite, up with the right hand, Eaton the rebound. Pushed ahead to Whitaker. Now to Eaton on the right wing, back to Whitaker. And we'll have a timeout for the Pirates. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll go ahead and step aside. You're watching Ohio High School Girls Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
46-33, Wheelersburg out in front after the Madison Whitaker right corner 3. 5:01 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Big possession here for the Pirates. They've gotten up as much as 5, which was their biggest lead of the game. Late in the third, Nice try there by Haley Mulvihill, just walking over to act like she was going to take the ball out.
Yeah, always worth a shot.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, Pirates coming out of the break with possession of the ball. Kennard on the right wing. Now top of the key to Eaton. Down low, Walker, nice pass. Almost a nice finish, but not able to connect. In trouble is Huxell. Will have a jump ball that'll hand it, it'll stay with Goshen.
Walker definitely took an extra step on there, and I think that may have been what led to the missed layup. Really good pass from Rucker.
Ashcraft across half court, looking to get it to Huxell, but it's over her head and out of bounds.
17 turnovers for the Warriors.
Walker, an entry pass to Whitaker on the right wing. She brings it back over to the middle of the court, pass to Kennard. Eaton hands it off to Rucker. Down low to Rucker, up with the right hand, can't get it to fall, rebound Noland. Pushed ahead to Ashcraft across the timeline, going inside, up with the right hand, no good. Offensive rebound for Huxell, and it's taken away by Eaton going the other way.
Yeah, Eaton just stronger, just and really good instincts, just reaching in, grabbing that ball out, getting the big turnover.
Eaton driving inside, pump fake, up for the shot, not able to get it to fall. Noland, the defensive rebound. Once again, Ashcraft across half court for the Warriors. Pass to Huxell. Baseline drive, double team, gets it out to Noland off her hands. Mulvihill will pick up the loose ball, and she'll pass it to Schaefer at the top of the key.
We're going to have her 30. 30 seconds. 3:21.
30 30-second timeout here for Goshen.
Just to reset things here real quick. 2 timeouts left for each team. 5 fouls for each team. So each team has 1 foul to give before the 1-and-1 comes into play. And then the possession arrow is in favor of the Pirates.
Although we haven't had too many jump balls so far this game.
Well, it's just the one, but it was
right.
Yeah, just recent. This is a big possession for the Warriors. Just, you've only put up 3 points in the quarter. You got to try to find a way to get some points. I mean, Wheelersburg playing excellent defense. Looks like, that's going to stay man. But Kiera Kennard doing a really good job on Peyton Schaefer, just making things hard for her. Good pass.
Oh, inbound from the far sideline, and Maya Redmond, I believe now up to 3 points here tonight, John.
Yeah, nice job, nice pass, good inbounds play.
Actually, should be at 4. I think she went 2 for 2
Yep.
from the stripe a bit earlier. Lead for the Pirates, cut to 1. Wheelersburg now on offense. Eaton, a 3 ball is no good. Kennard, the offensive rebound and the putback. Lead back up to 3.
Big play there by Kiera Kennard.
Huxell takes it inside, fouled on the way up. And she'll have 2 shots coming up, trailing by 3. Foul should be on Macy Eaton. It will be on Lexi Rucker.
Okay, which is her second. So now the next Pirate foul and everyone after will be at least 1 shot. Huxell with 10.
First shot for Huxell is good. Had 12 and 6 rebounds in their previous game. Averages right around 9.5. So right around that average now with 10 points. And we'll have an offensive foul on Maya Redmond.
That's going to make it to where now every foul will be a free throw for someone, unless it's a charge.
Nice.
Yeah. Ref fact.
Walker across the timeline here for the Pirates. Pass to Eaton. In the lane, up with the right hand, blocked away by Redmond. Eaton the offensive rebound. Putback is no good. Eaton another offensive rebound, looking to get it out to Whitaker, which she does. Step back three, not enough. And eventually Redmond able to get the rebound, John, and there's a jump ball for us.
Yep, that's on you. But
we still need about 10 more to match last game's total, I believe, as Coach Spradlin will take a timeout with 2:26 to go. Full or 30, we will keep it here. It'll be a full timeout. But given how many breaks we've taken here in the last 10 minutes, John, I reckon we'll keep it here.
Yeah, this is this is where Maya Redmond is making a big difference in this game, because Macy Eaton is getting rebounds, but she can't score over her because there's about a 6-inch difference between the two. So it's making things a lot more difficult for the Pirates to score inside. And, you don't want to settle for the three. I mean, the Pirates are only 2 for 10 in this quarter with the big three by Madison Whitaker in the corner, and also the Kiera Kennard putback, too, which is ultimately the difference right now. If you're the Warriors, you just got to defend the three-point line. Try to make sure you get every rebound, but definitely get a hand on all shooters. And you rely on Redmond to make a difference on shots in the interior.
Coming up next here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, after the conclusion of this game, we'll have the Western Brown Broncos taking on the Jackson Iron Ladies in our final matchup of our triple header here today from Kaiser Court at Eastern Brown High School, the third annual Winter Hoops Classic. And Wheelersburg looking to come away with a win here, currently leading 48-46 with under 2:20 to play in the fourth.
Yeah, now the Warriors switch, putting a quicker player on Kennard, and it makes a difference.
The ball on the ground, we have a timeout. So it'll go with the Warriors after the steal. Give it to Allie Ashcraft. Once again, 30 or full, we will keep it here. It'll be another full timeout, so we'll get to have some more conversation here. John, towards the end of that play, I thought we might have a kickball. It looked like it may have rolled up on the back of somebody's heel. Now, I'm not sure if the heel counts as a kickball. I wouldn't see why it wouldn't.
Depends on the official. Sometimes you'll see a ball just get thrown off a foot without a kicking motion, and they'll call a kick. Sometimes some officials will not. I actually remember a big game 15 years ago changing because a defender got hit in the foot with the ball. The offensive team stopped. The defender ran down, picked it up, and scored a layup. That was the difference in the game. It was like a 1-point game, and that was so that's one of those you play through the whistle, although we're starting to hear some whistles from the crowd. I can't whistle. So
I can't either. There we go.
Yeah.
I don't know if Carson can whistle, but
Carson, can you whistle? He
there
said
we
no.
go.
SOSA has a whistling issue here.
As a whistling deficiency
Yes.
here on the live broadcast crew.
Yeah, now out of bounds play. They had a really good out of bounds play, side out of bounds play on their last attempt to get Redmond a layup on the backside. This is a different setup this time, so we'll see now.
Bit of a whistling contest here before the inbound, and it's poked out of bounds by Whitaker. So it'll stay here and be inbounded here on the near sideline by Brooke Nolan.
They went for a similar play. Now,
thought about the three, almost traveled.
Yeah.
Inside, Schaefer tripped up and loses the ball to go out of bounds. So that'll be a turnover for Goshen.
19 turnovers for the Warriors. Been a killer so far.
Coriel will check back into the game for Kiera Kennard. as will Haley Mulvihill for Goshen. She comes in for Maya Redmond.
Yeah, just getting a little bit more ball handling and I'm guessing a better free throw shooter in Coriel as well.
Coriel trying to get it across half court, which she does, guarded by Allie Ashcraft, who John isn't making it easy on her. And they're going to call a carry on Coriel. Kennard looking to come back into the game. She'll come in for Coriel, so it looks like it's more of an offensive-defense switch-off thing there for Coriel and Kennard.
Yeah, tough break there for the Pirates.
Goshen looking to knot it up at 48 or maybe take a 49-48 lead with a 3. Redmond at the top of the key, now pass to Schaefer, and it's taken away by Kennard going the other way. The Pirates had numbers, but Kennard will slow it up. Into the corner, Rucker. Yes!
Big time play. Rucker with 22 now. Kennard with the big steal, gets the assist as well.
Now on the other end, Huxell, a 3-ball of her own. Not able to connect, and it'll go out of bounds off of the miss. John, I tell you what, a tale of 2 games for Lexi Rucker. You know, had some tough goings there at Portsmouth West, but has completely turned it around here tonight with 22 points.
A minute to play.
Oof. Crossed half court to Rucker. Cross court pass to Whitaker. 5-point lead for Wheelersburg, under 50 seconds to play.
Yeah, the Warriors have to decide if, I was going to say, they got to decide if they're going to foul and who they're going to foul rather quickly. Rucker, 5 for 6 at the line on the day. Here for the 1-and-1. Chance to get their biggest lead of the game.
Free throw from Rucker rolls over the front of the rim and in. Lead is now up to 6 for the Pirates. And the second one is good. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll take a quick break. The 5th and final timeout for the Pirates. You're watching Ohio High School Girls Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Are you in a bind and need an oil change right now? No problem. Did you forget to make an appointment? No problem. Just stop by any Glockner location and we'll squeeze you in and get you on the road quickly. Really, it's
53-46 here in favor of the Pirates. Brooke Nolan inbounding on the baseline for Goshen. Gets it into Huxell. Now to Ashcraft across half court. Inside with the right hand. Tough finish for Ashcraft. Gets it to go.
Her first 2 points of the day coming on a very tough layup. It's travel.
Yeah, going to be a travel on Whitaker down on the other end. Chance for the Warriors, John, to make it a one-possession game.
Yeah, 13 turnovers for the Pirates.
26 seconds to play. Over to Huxell. 3-ball on the way, off the mark.
The best three-point shooter.
Eating the defensive rebound for the Pirates. She gets it across half court and is fouled either by Huxell or Redmond. And it will be on Huxell.
Macy Eaton with 2 points on the day. Make it 3, but she's also got 11 rebounds and 4 steals.
I believe, John, all 4 of her points from the free throw line, so 4 for 4 from the stripe for Macy Eaton. Now on the other end, Wheelersburg looking for the steal, not able to get it. Only 7 to shoot. Huxell with the left hand, not able to get it to go, and Whitaker comes up with the loose ball, John, and that'll do it. 55-48 is your final. Wheelersburg comes away with the win. With the win, the Pirates move to 15-2 overall, still 10-2 in the SOC2. Up next for the Pirates is a game against Oak Hill at home next Monday, January 23rd. For Goshen, they moved to 13-6 with the loss. Once again, still 6-1 in the SBAAC. The next game for them is also on Monday when they travel to Batavia. John, it was back and forth all night. Goshen, at one point, I believe, held a 7-point lead, and the second half was kind of the exact opposite of the first half. And instead of Goshen pulling away with the lead, it was Wheelersburg, and for the most part, they maintained that lead for a majority of the second half once they obtained it. But all in all, a pretty good game. John, do you have stats for us from tonight's contest?
Yeah, first off for Goshen, they were led with Peyton Schaefer. She had 13 on the night, almost 7 points below her season average. Really good job defensively by the Pirates to slow her down. Faith Mulvihill had 6. Tristan Smiley had 6. Aubrey Huxell with 10. 9 of those came in the first half, though, so that was a big job of shutting her down in the second half for the Pirates. Allie Ashcraft with 2. Brooke Nolan with 9. And Maya Redmond with 4, but she caused a lot of havoc inside for using her size really well for the Warriors. For Wheelersburg, they were sparked in the second half. Madison Whitaker finished with 14, including hitting 3 straight threes in the second half, ultimately giving them the lead at the end. Her corner 3 put them up 46-43, and the game never drew even again. Next, you had McKenna Walker with 10. Hit 2 big threes in the third quarter. Lexi Rucker led all scorers with 24. She was 5 of 6 from the line. Just a really good all-around game. Actually, 7 of 8 from the line. Really good all-around game for Lexi Rucker. Speaking of all-around game, Macy Eaton, she finished with 4 points, 12 rebounds, 4 steals. Just did a really good job despite being outsized height-wise. Jocelyn Tilley, Mia Vastine didn't score, gave really good minutes off the bench for the Pirates. Annie Coriel hit a 3 for the Pirates. It was a big shot at the time in the second quarter. And then Kara Kennard with 2 points, but played excellent defense on Peyton Schaefer, and her 2 points were huge as they came off of putback as time ran down, as they had a 1-point lead, put it to 3, and helped put the game away for the Pirates.
Well, John, I believe for the second of our 3-game triple header here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth, that's all me, you, and Carson have for you for this one. Once again, alongside John Bruce, I'm Dewey Daly saying so long from Kaiser Court here at Eastern Brown High School. Once again, the final, Wheelersburg 55, Goshen 48. Have a great rest of your night.